Oh, man, dude, drop your fucking call, man. So fucking stupid. Drop your fucking call. Part of my language, man. You know, we on the road to the riches and diamond rings. Real niggas do real things, right? Um, Top of the morning, Throwback Thursday. A lot to unpack this morning, but we're not gonna unpack so much. I wanna, like I said, shout out to everybody that's been participating in those polls that I have been putting up. I think I'm gonna continue to keep doing those polls because not only do the poll are the polls helpful into delivering the source, the content, they also expose people. You hear me? Like, cause at the end of the day, certain things are free to do, right? And one thing about my platform, right? Right now I'm putting that fire out there, right? And particular people love to defend victims and circumstances. And this one brother wants to comment on one of the polls, but you didn't comment on the actual poll, right? But what you did do was try to make it seem like, and I'm going to address that now for your comment. Thank you for that. That I speak negatively on Derek James and Team Spence. And you guys, I love when you guys do this when you try to use the black angle, that as black people we should always uplift one another. Where was that same energy when this same black team, Derek, Earl, were negatively speaking on Terrence Crawford and Bomac and their team, as well as others? I can run down others of people in the game, media, other people. Where was that? Where was the outcry then? Like how you have the outcry on my post about a picture, and it's a fair assessment of a question. Will this be the look on Derek James, September 30th? But thank you for your comment, brother. I don't know you. You could be a troll account, a fake account for all I know, because you don't have a profile picture. You heard? But it is what it is. But thank you, and hopefully you caught that source. But let me shout out my man Juan Guzman. He's getting his flowers, and shout out to WCS and others that have been sounding the alarm for my guy. I did see Derek, my man WCS, man, is a comedian also, man. The House Lamp, Dalai Lama at the Power 105 interview. But I want to say this, right? And I've been putting this on record, right? I don't like Derek James. To me, Derek James is a fast, you know. I will light you up. And now that you're starting to see the growth of the source, you done fucked up. Like my man said in Menace to Society, you done fucked up, right? You done fucked up, right? But shout out to Juan Guzman getting his flowers. But once again, Derek Diddy James had to be there. But you wasn't there getting this man ready, you know? You wasn't there getting this man ready, but you want to be all in the video, all in the cameras. But where were you when the man was in training camp? You was getting Earl prepared to get his ass whooped. You was getting Frank Martin ready to go out there and lay an egg. You was getting AJ ready to do absolutely nothing. But yet you want to sit behind Jamel Charlo at the Power 105 interview and then give him like a cold stare down and great questions, by the way, too. When they put you on blast, was do you think but they should have kept it tall. No, he does deserve what he is getting, the backlash that he is receiving for Earl's beatdown. And I want to shout out WCS and the rest of you Negroes. You know, I ain't gonna say the nigga word. You Negroes need to do the same because WCS highlight things. And when good brothers out here highlight stuff, I like to highlight as well and add to the sauce or the hot grease. Now, I'm only 11 fight camps in, but I am a team member of an active fighter, a rising young star, and we are a team. And something that WCS brought up, I said to myself, damn, I know I would have told my brother if he had his son, our fighter, out there running the week of the fight week. I'd have been like, yo, what is going on? I don't think that's proper protocol. You know, running mountains, and he has to use his legs in 3 to 4 days. But hey, what do I know? But shout out to WCS for highlighting that, right? And now I can go speak on the things that I said that's getting them mad. The man is incompetent because that is incompetent at its highest. How is your fighter running mountains on a Wednesday and they gotta fight, goddamn it, Saturday? So when you guys are in here making excuses that, oh, he wasn't himself, he didn't have no legs, I bet you he fucked it. Who runs and hikes mountains, you know? But is that Terrence and them's fault? Is that Terrence's fault? Let's keep it tall. We're talking boxing, right? Is that Terrence Crawford, Bomac, Red, Saul, Bernie, and their team's fault? That Team Spence was basically Team Spence. Remember, you guys, and Derek is on record to saying that he fought Mikey Garcia and these guys at 40%, right? So maybe he was at 40% against Terrence. But we all know Terrence was at 110%. So we got what we got. But where does the accountability start now? You know, who's getting fired? That because real talk, somebody needs to get fired, man. And I'm going to continue to push that line because where I work at, if something like this happens, people will be losing their goddamn job. If you have an assignment to do something and the assignment goes this bad, because everything's not always going to be perfect, but if we are to clear out an area, demolition the area out, and they go to the area and the goddamn it, there's still buildings, there's still debris all over there, somebody is getting fired because the assignment was to clear out the area. And when I pull up to assess the job, I still see debris, I still see all kind of stuff. And this is what pretty much happened with this fight. But I'll just put it in terms that hopefully you guys can catch. So let's break it down to the fight game now. I'm going to break him like Toby. I'm going to break him. I'm going to break him like a horse. We didn't see none of that. Who the 10 people he knocked out? Well, now it's 11. You're a fighter. Somebody needs to be fired. I'm sorry. But most likely, the way you guys operate over there, you probably can't do that. You can't. Because as we seen with Steven Espinosa, shout out to old Steven. You know, Steven said that your advisors, plural, and, you know, different people about the rematch. So when you have that many people advising you, you probably can't do a lot of things, you know. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? Let me get to this chat. Shout out to Big Blunts and Pop. Top of the morning, smash the like button. It doesn't cost you $1. It's free. And you are getting this sauce from, you know, arguably, like I said, hottest in the game. Remember, I always told y'all that from back in the day. But y'all didn't hear me, though. I bet y'all hear me now. Shout out to Bomac, the slow, stiff Spence killer. Yes, who told y'all that, man? Who told you that man was stiff? And shout out to all the others that are reaching out to me now as well, because they see that I am a guru. You know, I can break some shit down for you. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And didn't I tell y'all? See, a lot of y'all are upset because a lot of y'all that try to listen to my channel, follow my channel, you guys are Spence fanatics. I am a boxing fanatic. And when I told you about this man's flaws, you did not want to listen. But shout out to the OG Bob Arum for highlighting what the source had told you about this guy. See, one thing about me, I study fighters. Yes, I study them. Because any smart, real student of the game, see, you guys, a lot of you guys on here are students of technology. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I am a student of the sweet science. So a lot of times I'm not going to agree with a lot of the shit that's being said because I am not programmed. I am not programmed. I do the programming. I watch. So when I told you about this man's footwork wasn't shit, you guys wasn't paying attention because you don't listen. And you're like, oh, you know what you guys said to me? You guys wanted to talk about my looks. I'm ugly. I'm this. I'm that. But like Bomac said, you didn't think about what my mom was trying to give to y'all. And then you hear another legend, Hall of Famer Antonio Tarver, come out and speak about Earl's foot placement. So I like when I say certain gems and I put it out there. And then the ones that you say, oh, but you never fought. I had plenty of fights. Check me out. Ask about me. I'm in the gym at least 4 to 5 times out the week. You know, you guys show me your work though. I've been showing my work. Show me your work. But shout out to my guy Juan Guzman, man. This is about Juan Guzman. You know, getting his flowers. I'm happy for my brother. Juan Guzman is a former world champion, hell of a fighter. Look him up, man. Look Juan Guzman up, Dominican. Great movement. He had the moves, man. If Charlo does have any chance, like I said, any chance, it will be because of Juan Guzman and the work that Juan Guzman has been putting in with him. And because Juan Guzman, not to take anything away from the Dalai Lama, aka Mr. Potato Head, but Juan Guzman helped spice up Jamel for the rematch against Castano. You know, that was Juan Guzman's work because with Derek James, I'm sorry, not sorry, but Charlo was the Rock'em Sock'em robot. AJ, EJ, these guys are stiff, bro. If you know what you're looking at, it's easy to beat these guys, bro. If you know, but a lot of you, like I said, a lot of you guys don't know what you're looking at. You guys are programmed, and that's cool. But don't get mad at me when I drop the sauce on them, right? Because like I said, shout out to my cousin Buddy McGirt, Junior Jones, Chris Stallworth, you know, the elders, Eddie Futches, Al Mitchell, Andre Roziers, Terry Simpson. These are the guys that I've been around. You know, I'm only 45 years old, but I've been around these men for quite some time. Even when I wasn't focused, I was around them, still taking in the gems. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can look at a fighter and people come to me and want to fuck with me when it comes to the fight business and ask me, yo, do you think this guy has it? And I'll be like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, yeah. You know, because I know. I can tell you who's a Saucony. You know what a Saucony is? It's a fake diamond. I can tell you who's a Saucony, man. And I can tell you who is the blood diamond. I can tell you that too. So a lot of times when I started stepping on certain fighters, they want to say that I was mad. I was this, I was that. No, I know. But if I fuck with you and I know that they keeping you protected in your secrets, you know, like I said, I could have been on this type of time, but I I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited, right? And then I started putting out the source reports. And not only did the source reports get co-signed from Bob Arum and Bomac, Antonio Tarver, it played out. It played out. And now you guys are upset and mad. Why are you mad? Like if it didn't play out, you know, the content that I put out is still out there. You guys could have came up over here and jumped on me like you've been jumping on me. But see, now you can't. You know why you can't? Because like I said, a lot of you guys are doubters, haters, programmed. idiots. And now that you see some of the stuff that I put out play out to the T, cross your eyes, I mean, cross your T's and dot your I's, it played out to the T. It played out to the T. But yeah, shout out to my man Pop. Good live stream last night. I was checking it out. Um, I just think that Charlo's in trouble. He's in trouble, man. Um, I think he's too focused on Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I gotta play the rest of it, but I'm like, damn, bro, you had a whole segment on Bud on your what's the name, right? And I want to say this too. I want to put this in the atmosphere for y'all. I want y'all to catch this sauce, right? Yeah, when he does his interviews, whether it was Sway or the Breakfast Club or whatever other ones are gonna be dropping, right? Yo, dude, to me, and I say this with the utmost respect, is soft, bro. He's soft, right? Yo, the Breakfast Club interview, I didn't know who I was watching. Real talk. I did not know who I was watching, right? I watched it, and then WCS did a reaction video on it, and I'm listening to WCS break it down. And that's why it's always good to listen to others because I was like, and I put my polls out there to get feedback as well. And a shout out to Pop. I heard Pop because I'm like, yo, maybe I'm wrong, right? Sometimes you be like, yo, maybe you're wrong. So you want to see what others is thinking. But to me, I was like, when I was watching it and listening to this dude, I'm like, yo, this dude is a fraud, bro. Like, yo, you turned up here. Where was that energy at the press conference? You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about defeating this man. Like, when you was there with him at these two presses, you didn't have none of this, man. But you're at a radio station now, and you're talking about defeating him, and he's got to get the rematch and all that. Yeah, when you was there with him, you was more turned up on the media for talking about disrespecting you. You just, why did you listen? That would have made real talk. Yo, the press conference would have been lit. If you would have said some of the shit that you said at Power 105 at the press conference, if you would have said, yo, I'm gonna do some unpredictable shit, he never felt my power. You didn't, yo, at the presses, you didn't have none of that, man. But when you was in front of radio MCs and shit like that, you was talking some more unpredictable, your power. And I want to say this, right? Boxing fans, please wake up. I'm trying to program y'all now, right? I want look. This is how the people that run the shit think, right? The matchmakers, right? Yo, this man sat up here and told us that he's gonna do some unpredictable shit, right? That Canelo has never felt his power. The man, 35 and whatever, 19 knockouts. Been fighting at junior middleweight. Pay attention to this now, right? This is the important gem that I'm giving to y'all for free to kind of debunk what this nigga's talking about, right? The man said his power. When Canelo feels his power, Canelo Alvarez is smaller than him, height-wise, probably measurements, all of that. Canelo Alvarez was a junior middleweight, welterweight. He has moved up and campaigned as high as light heavy. You see them catch the L2 Bevo, but he also stopped Sergey the Crusher. Light heavyweight, campaigned at 175. He has fought at he's currently campaigning as the undisputed champion at 168. A junior middleweight that has never left out of the junior middleweights, that has 19 knockouts in 35 fights, said that a man that has moved around, went as far as up to light heavyweight, is going to be in for some unpredictable power. Now, some of y'all in here, last time I checked, right? Who are the bigger guys? Light heavies, super middles, middleweights, or junior middleweights? Who are the bigger guys, man? Who would you think is hitting harder? Who do you think is hitting harder? Junior middleweights, light heavyweights, or super middleweights? Who's hitting harder, man? I know he's gonna put on weight, so maybe that's why he made the statement that he made. But it doesn't make sense. And I want you guys to catch this, man. The man said he's gonna do some unpredictable shit to a guy that has already felt the heat from guys much bigger than him. And I know you say, no, Jamel's bigger than him. No, he's not. We're gonna see what Jamel looks like. Hopefully, when Jamel puts on that weight, he's talking about walking around. I heard that. I heard that type of tone from him. Walking around at a certain weight and fighting at that weight are two different things. Hopefully, you guys know this. If you guys talk boxing every day, these are simple math equations. Hopefully, you guys know these things, right? Because the man said he walks around. He's not going to tell you what he walks around at. Listen to what he said. Walk around. Like, I love being media, but I hated being media because as media, they should have picked up on this and said, especially the radio guys, when he said walk around, I would have been like, but see, I'm a boxing person that happens to do media when they want to at their own leisure. I would have stated quick, fast, as soon as he said that, walk around, but you're about to fight around. You're not going to be walking. Like right now, I'm in the twos, right? Walking around. But if I do plan on getting in the ring and sparring with people, I like to be at a certain weight because you got to be able to do certain things in the square circle as far as bending your knees and moving around. But he's gonna find all of that out. Trust, he's gonna find all of that out. He's gonna touch the scales at 168. Probably won't rehydrate that much. Because if he does, he's really gonna find out. But guarantee Canelo, who has been doing it, is gonna rehydrate big, be a massive strong man, and break him up, bro. Break him up. Mm. And I want to highlight this. I just sipped on that good strong coffee, right? I want to highlight this. The man talked about power. Um, last time I checked, man, like I said, Canelo has a granite chin. Granite. You know what granite is? Hard. It's hard. Compound. Concrete. I know Mel's name is the Iron Man. Um, I'm trying to think of some of his devastating knockouts. Brian Castano, Tony Harrison. These were all late knockouts. I don't see here. Listen, I see Canelo breaking him up, bro. Real talk. Like we gotta really be educated about this, right? These guys, the two guys that I just named, he stopped them late. I think if this fight goes that long, he will be like Caleb Plant. And Caleb Plant is a much bigger man. He fights at that weight with a skill set that he could box. And what did Canelo do to him? Canelo was a little frustrated earlier in the fight, right? Caleb Plant was winning rounds, getting off. Canelo made the adjustment, started cutting the ring off. And what happened? He broke his ass up. Now I just think that with Charlo, and I want to go for the guy because he is our people, but it's so hard to. It's just so hard to. Like the Boys to Men song, it's so hard to say goodbye. So I'm trying to give y'all the source now because most likely they're gonna probably have me in the loader again. And one thing about the loader, it's not like the sweeper where I could move and groove and kind of kick it with y'all. And that loader, you got to be on point. It's cool, I like the loader. It's like playing a big Tonka toy, but it's like it kind of cramps my style, man, because I can't even really handle other things as well. But good thing about that, we are in downtime, so it's not like I got a lot going on with the team right now, but I do try to reach out to a lot of different people and get, a little bit of sauce so that when I do jump on, I could, gossip a little bit. Because that's what this is, right? Gossiping. YouTube boxing is gossiping. And one thing I noticed about YouTube boxing, you guys like a lot of the Wendy Williams type. You don't like the guys that give you the actual information. You like the guys that pick up information on the internet, whereas some of us pick up the actual information. We will call up a manager, or we will call up a promoter and say, "Yo, man, well, what's going on? You have anything for me? You have anything for me? You have anything for me? You know, do you have anything for me?" Put my boots on, man. It's Thursday, man. Throwback Thursday. I might throw up some classic frames, because I still got a lot of fight week footage, man, from Toledo, man, that I didn't throw up, man. I've just been chilling, man. But I might throw some of that up today, you know, with Coach Reen. Coach Reen had a good time, man. We all did, man. Me, Marley, Reen, the whole team. We was chilling, man. I like the Toledo, Ohio, aka Baby Detroit, man. Toledo, Ohio reminds me of the Bronx, the BX. I did not know parts of America was still rocking like that. Like whole neighborhoods abandoned, like abandoned, man. It was like, that my show, right? That I used to fuck when I started watching. That shit was like The Walking Dead. Remember how The Walking Dead? It was spots just deserted. Yeah, that was Toledo, man. It was crazy, bro. It was like crazy, but I was infatuated by that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's to see some shit like that. It was like where we were staying at though. Downtown Toledo was nice, bro. You got to go over the bridge though. I was going over the bridge a lot, man. But if you stayed downtown, you wouldn't have seen none of that shit. Downtown is like any upscale area in America. You got the nice hotels and the restaurants. And then, you seen it when I was walking around talking to Big Baby and shit. That was downtown. But when I was going to like the Walmart, when me and Reen was in the Walmart, and we was going to what you call the hood, different vibes over there, brothers. Yes, different vibes. Different vibes over there. Different vibes. I'm about to find out what they got me doing now. But it is Thursday, man. Shout out to my man Juan Guzman, though, man. I'm happy for Juan getting his accolades, man. And I said that's why it's important that certain platforms, right? Like myself and WCS, we put out that content because contrary to what you guys think, that who is somebody's listen to us. They do. They really do, man. And I just think that is important. It is important. I was on my broom, sucking up my broom. That's good. What's going on? Who they got you with today?
We have to wait and find out where we're going.
Who we got?
On this side, 16 on the other side. That white wire is not on the other side. And I've been reading shit that
They doing my rear room. All right.
All right.
We put me back in that fucking sweep.
That's sweeper.
I keep telling George and Joe, I'm like, yo, we really sweeping. Let me know.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
I want to marry that fucking thing.
That shit is now. I was in the loader yesterday.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
See, I don't even like the loader. Like, I know how to do the shit. I did the excavator for the rotunda when I did demolition, but
Yeah.
I can't be in the sun all day. That shit is a fishbowl.
Yeah, it's
I
hot.
need to be on the move or
Yeah.
under some kind of shade.
Yeah,
That's why I like
hot.
to sweep on home
Yeah.
until all these foremen leave, and then we can fucking move up.
Everybody gonna move up. Everybody gonna move up. Real soon too.
I know.
Cause mostly everybody that they've made now, they're gonna lock out as foreman for a little while, and they're gonna be out, man. I know. Yeah, we on our takeover. You heard? We on our takeover. I told Antoine Russell, see how my man, he's ambitious, man. He want to get in that sweeper. We on our takeover, man. Yeah, they preparing my shit right now. Yeah, they got to do my joint, my rear. That's why I was in the that's why I was in the motherfucking in the sweeper. I was in the sweeper the loader yesterday because my rear broom, they didn't do it. I wrote it up, but they didn't do it right. So I had to get in the loader in the afternoon because once the Brussels get too low, you really can't. That shit is like I'll break it down for y'all. Like this is like the brake systems. You know your brakes when they be like grinding bad. That's what that is like. If when your Brussels is too low, it's gonna be metal on metal, or metal on the concrete. I mean, it's not good. So I had to jump in the loader, man. That's why I couldn't give y'all the sauce, man. Because normally I can give y'all the sauce throughout the day. Cause how I have my sweeper, my jet engine set up. I'm gonna be down for about maybe the first half hour. Let me see where they got me situated. I'm still over here, West Haven, Stan Haven. It's a lot of sycamore trees over there, man. You know the sycamores under the sycamore tree. Now you got the sycamores. Yes, man. Yes, man. Like I'm not too excited for the fight though, man. Jamel was disappointing me, man. I just thought he was going to be more charged up, man. Remember, but you know why they're not charged up? Because they've been fronting forever. Remember when they was trying to act like Canelo didn't want to fight them, and they could have beat him back in the day? Like, nigga, now you got your chance. He know Canelo gonna break his ass up, bro. All that fronting, like them niggas be fronting too much, bro. All that fronting is up, man. The jig is up, man. Canelo was going to fold that nigga, man. I'm telling you, right? The first couple of rounds of that fight, I can't wait. It's gonna tell us how it's gonna play out. If Jamel Charlo is like Caleb Plant, he doesn't have enough power to keep Canelo off of him, he's done. See, Demetrius Bivol was able to defeat Canelo because he was the bigger man that could box, and he did have respectable power to make Canelo honest. But if you see, like Canelo was still trying to break him down with the arm shots and all that, but he was just too big. Like I said, I don't see Charlo being like that, bro. See, these are the things. Look, I'm giving you guys gems now, right? I'm giving you guys gems, right? Because this is, if you want Charlo to be successful, right? Bivol was the last successful person against him. Charlo damn sure is not a Floyd Mayweather Jr. That's why I'm not even gonna reference Floyd, because Charlo is not gonna be able to do none of the things that Floyd did to defeat Canelo. And that Canelo has stepped his game up since that Floyd. If you remember that Canelo, he was kind of green. After he lost to Floyd, he kind of implemented some of Floyd's moves and shit. Y'all remember that? Look that up, man. See, I'm a real one with when it comes to this boxing. Y'all just talk it, I really walk it. But look that up, man. If you look at the Canelo that fought Floyd, he was an undefeated fighter. He was knocking everything out. He was a rock'em sock'em robot type. After he fought Floyd, he got what I like to call the sword. He got some sword. He was stepping. He was moving. He was more mobile. He was like, he listen, he wasn't the typical Mexican fighter no more. He had a little bit of substance with him, right? And I think he got that from fighting Floyd. But you can also look at look at the Danny Jacobs fight. He was moving and grooving in that. You can look at the John Ryder fight because that was his last fight and say, man, maybe Charlo can catch him with something. Charlo's going to catch him with something, but is it going to be enough to keep him honest? Is it going to be enough to make him say, yo, I can't walk him down. I can't walk him down. Because remember, Caleb Plant, the other PBC fight that we could base it off of, Caleb Plant was catching him, but he didn't have enough to keep him up off him. He didn't have enough. He couldn't keep the man what we like to call honest, you know? If you can't keep Canelo honest, man, and you can't box like Floyd, you in for a long night, bro. You in for a long night. Because one thing about if you study Saul Canelo Alvarez, he knows how to cut off the ring. He knows how to take the air out of your tires. Because that's what he did to Caleb and Larry Wade. But Caleb Plant his tires started getting flat, man. And you seen how that played out, man. Canelo was able to break him down, cut off the ring, and ultimately get him up out of there. Yeah, he got him up out of there in a fashion that was, that was a good fight, man. But remember, I gotta find that footage. I don't think it was Mel Charlo, it was Ball. It might have been Mel. Remember how they was looking at him? Yeah, there's a video, right? I gotta see if my brother still has it. I remember sending it to my brother, and I used the video, and I had put the Jay-Z lyrics over it, where it might have been Mel. Yeah, they was just looking in astonishment at Canelo when he became undisputed, and he took out Caleb Plant, and I used the Jay-Z while I'm watching every nigga watching me closely. My shit is butter for the bread. They want to toast me. Cause he was looking at Canelo like the ultimate fan. And he was just in awe. I said, yo, real niggas be having niggas like that. You know who else had that look? Yeah, remember when Tank Davis took out what's the name? And he was on the ring apron and the undisputed lightweight champion was in the crowd. And he was looking at Tank Davis with his mouth all open. Yeah, he was saying, ah. He was saying, ah. Oh, man. See, y'all don't know what to do with myself right now, man. Normally, I would have been in my jet. You know what? I'll go over here and lounge with the mechanics, man. I'll go over here and lounge with the mechanics. Dudes be in awe, man. They be in awe. When you an ill fighter like that, that's how Bud Crawford had them in the crowd. Bud Crawford still got them like that right now. But like I said, man, he beat the brakes off of EJ. See, a lot of y'all are still in shock because y'all was programmed about Spence, man. But if you really were students of the game and really study you wouldn't be shocked, man. You would be like, damn, he beat him up. He beat him so easily. But you wouldn't be shocked because you would have understood like, damn, they didn't want to make this fight for a reason. That's why. They was keeping EJ away from him for a reason. That's why. They was programming guys for a reason to believe that, you know, like Bomac said, the media and the content creators, they program people for a reason to thinking all of these things because they knew. Listen, and it's like I told this brother the other day, right? And I stand on that. I'm like, he like, yo, the car crashed. I'm like, bro, it still would have happened to him. It still would have happened to him. That's why I always say, right? And I think I was still fucking with them at the time, right? When they met up in Oklahoma, I was like, yo, fight him now. Fight him now. And when they had all of the resistance, like they didn't want to fight, I knew then. I said, yo, he can't beat this dude, bro. He can't beat him. Because it's like, yeah, he was fresh into the division. Right? He was fresh into the division. That's what EJ was talking all that, a big man shit. Yeah, you too small. They didn't want to fight him then. I'm like, man, you can't beat him. You can't beat him, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, then he went on to fight Mikey Garcia, and the program of the Spence started. I knew then, man. I knew then. I was like, yo, this dude can't beat him, man. I'm over here in the cut. Y'all be a lot going on in this yard. I hear all the activity. Yeah, the good thing is the area I'm in, I can go get me a nice breakfast this morning. I can get me a nice breakfast. Something good. I might do a breakfast video, man. Yo, the summer is over, y'all. See how fast that shit went, man? The summer is over. Yo, let me ask y'all this, right? What do you think? Because that's the next biggest fight coming up the 30th. What do you think, right? I just want to engage y'all mind state, right? What do you think Charlo has to do to win the fight, right? Who would y'all study, right? What fights would you study, right? That's the question I'm gonna ask y'all. What fights would you study to come up with a strategy as into defeating Canelo Alvarez? You want to know the fights that I would study? That I would tell you, I would study all the Triple G fights except for the last one. The first two, I would study the Laura fight, right? But the thing with the Laura fight, right? Laura's a southpaw, but you still can pick up on some things that Laura was able to do. All right, I would study that fight. I think that's a big reason why he doesn't fight Demetrius Andrade. Andrade's a southpaw, man. I would have loved to see Andrade got the fight, man. You know, I think out of all of them, right, the brothers, I'm saying, I think Andrade would have had the best chance, man. And yo, I'm gonna tell you, the energy would have been different, bro. But yo, Canelo is not confident in facing Andrade, man, because he's a southpaw. He's like he's awkward. He's awkward, bro. And you see what they're doing. If this is true, right? I don't know how true it is because, like I said, I don't really. I have PBC connections, but I don't even really try to push the envelope with them no more. But they've been turned me off over there, right? They turned me off, right? But if it's true about them making the Benavidez and Andrade fight, see what he's doing. He's making his two biggest threats at that weight division beat each other up, soften each other up, and that's smart. That's smart by him. You know, he knows those two are probably his hardest outs over there if he was to get those fights. And what's he doing? He's making them fight one another to soften each other up. That's a smart move. Because I think the other problem from will be the Mexican monster. I think those are the two livest threats to do something to him over there. Both of the Charlo brothers, they don't got it, bro. They don't got it. I know before Terrence dismantled him, a lot of y'all was on it that Earl Spence could have did something to him. We all said, come on, man. Like, we gotta be real, man. Like, be real. I know these dudes be programming y'all, man. Like Fanons, Ego, certain platforms just be having y'all. A lot of you boxing fans, dumb. Yeah, they be having y'all, dumb. Yeah, they be having y'all so dumb to the lamest power, bro. They be, and I say this respectfully, like I got family in Texas, man. But a lot of you niggas in Texas, especially the Dallas area, you niggas, when it comes to boxing, I know you like I said, yeah, EJ was your last champion since Donald Curry. But you have Maurice Hooker, my God, good guy, man. I love Mo, Mighty Mo. But you dudes, when it came to EJ, that nigga was like a god. That's how I knew a lot of y'all don't know shit about boxing. Because you see how they did a one-dimensional basic, bro. But you niggas used to go crazy like, yo, here beat Canelo. Yo, bro. If you think Bud Crawford broke him up bad, man, yo, Canelo would have hurt him, bro. Yo, Canelo would have seriously hurt him, bro. Like, Canelo was big, man. Like, that fight would have been ugly, man. That fight would have been ugly, man, at 168, man. That fight would have been ugly. We talking about Canelo possibly could hydrate up to what everybody talks about EJ walks around at, man. You know, fight night, Canelo probably about 175, maybe 180, man. With lateral movement. With that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been bad, bro. It would have been bad. But a lot of y'all was on record as thinking EJ would have stopped Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I think the Terrence Crawford fight was probably one of the best things that happened because it was a reality check, man. It was like awakening, man. Because by him getting beat up that bad, you know, they still making the excuses. It just put shit into perspective. Like it put shit into perspective. Because you know, y'all still making the excuses that he wasn't himself. Even his coach, he was walking in quicksand. It was like he was standing in quicksand. Hey, bro, man, that's how you carrying it, Derek. He was standing in quicksand. But you also was the same coach that said the shit about when he fought Danny Garcia. He was 40%. Y'all was bragging about that shit. So was he walking in quicksand when he fought Danny if he was at 40%? Well, I told us to combat yesterday. I was like, they talking about that he was at this percent. So he must have been at negative 20 against Crawford. That's it. At 40%, right? You know, he did his thing at 40%. against certain fighters, right? He did his thing at 40%. But at at uh at negative 20 against Crawford, he was in the negative against Crawford. That's why he looked the way he looked. He was at least with those guys, he was 40%. He was strong, right? But against Bud Crawford, he was at minus 40, minus 20%. So that's why Crawford was able to do the things that he was doing to him. Nah, man. Truth be told, Crawford did what he did to him because not only did Crawford fight southpaw, he's athletic and his footwork is far superior to Earl Spence's footwork. Like Earl Spence almost tripped over his own feet. Watch the fight, man. When the ref stopped the action and the judge, I said the judge, the doctor wanted to look at him, and he goes back into the corner for the doctor to look at him. He almost tripped over his own feet, man. He almost tripped over his own feet, man. You know, that is the DJ school of boxing. You know, that's the DJ school of boxing. Teaches his fighters how to sit on their punches. You know, and some of you guys are still commenting on that post. Oh, he's sitting down. That's power. Yeah, that's cool. But sitting down on your punches is good. That's only good if you are fighting, a stationary target. You can sit on your punches all day if somebody's sitting there in front of you, letting you tee off on them. You know what I'm saying? Letting them tee off on you. I thought you guys know boxing. And the sweet science is hit and not get hit. Rest in peace to the late great Nassim Richardson. You know what I'm saying? Swimming don't get wet, man. Stab to the middle, stab to the left. Swimming don't get wet. Now, if that's how you moving and grooving, I don't care how much you sit on your punches. If you can't hit me, you know, you can sit down as much as you want. All boxing 11:08. What's going on, good brother? Top of the morning, man. You know, because they was on that post hard, like, yo, you don't know shit about boxing. Yes, I don't. I knew he was gonna get his ass whooped, and what happened? You don't know shit about boxing. I knew he was gonna get his ass whooped. Didn't he get his ass whooped? He got his ass whooped though, right? And it looked rather easy, right? Didn't it look rather easy? It looked so easy to the point where he wasn't himself. No, he was himself. He was the guy that we are accustomed to seeing, but he didn't fight a guy that we are accustomed to see him fighting. Matchmaking. See, matchmaking is a big part of boxing. If I can always match my fighter against fighters whose style complement my attributes, right? And hide my flaws, and then I can program the masses, the fans, and highlight like I said, my attributes and don't talk about my flaws. I could be one of the greatest. I could be one of the best. But when I have a team or I'm fighting a fighter that will neutralize my attributes and highlight my flaws in the fight, not only will I look basic, I will look borderline pathetic. And then add to the equation, I have a coach who is respectfully incompetent, that doesn't have a plan B, C, D, E. We will see what happens. Like the brother right here said, all boxing 11:08. Earl got torched. And that's what happens. You get torched. You know? Bomac, Saul, and Bernie and Red studied that man for 5 years. They studied him to the point where they knew his tendencies. They had Terrence prepared for his tendencies. Do you see how Terrence knew the sequence that he was going to throw? The two slow upper jabs, then try to come over the top with the big left hand. Terrence was catching that shit, man. You know how you get that? Watching film study. Film study. Film study. Watching. Oh, that's his combination he likes to throw. That's his combination he likes to throw. He said Crawford wasn't even tired, but they stopped. Not at all, man. Why would he be? Yo, all boxing 1108, man. Why would he be? He was the one doing all of the work. You know what I'm saying? Why would he be? He was the fresher of the two fighters. He took the least amount of punishment. Why would he be tired? You know, why would he? Yeah, it did. Yeah, he was relaxed. Yo, like I'm saying, they say Terrence is a slow starter. Yo, he dropped Earl in the second round, so he was already dialed in. He was dialed in, man. Yo, that last round is like, to me, that is like the funniest round, man. Because you see, like, his team is fucked up, man. His team, right? EJ's team is so fucked up, man. Yeah, if they would have stopped the fight, but you know why they couldn't? Because they talked all that shit about Sean Porter's dad and all that. But if they would have, if they would have stopped the fight, right? They would have spared him that embarrassment, like that last sequence, how he was out there throwing punch, like yeah, right. The last sequence of punches that he threw when Terrence like slipped him and just came over the top and counted him and busted him upside his head. Like he didn't need that, man. He did not need that. You know, he did not need that, man. But for us, the viewers, the bloggers, right? Yes, it was, man. That is like a work of art, man. Yo, every time I watch the end, it's like, man, that shit was just beautiful, man. Yo, those counters that Terrence caught him with, you know what I'm saying? When he made him do the stinky leg, oh man, that shit was just, man. You know how, listen, right? I could just envision, like, Terrence was so dialed in and locked in. So I could just envision how he was seeing it play out. Like, because EJ was so slow. He was like, he was slow to the point where, like, man, it was like Terrence seeing all that shit coming a mile away, man. A mile away, man. And the rematch, man, is not. The rematch is going to be pretty much the same, man. Hopefully he brings in Blu-ray and he's stronger, but he'll just be able to take more of an ass whooping. Real talk. Thank you, King Arts. Thank you. He'll be able to take more of an ass whooping with Blu-ray. Because and one thing I gotta say, shout out to WCS for that interview. Blu-ray would have never had him up there running the mountains like that. That to me, I knew they was in trouble then. Real talk. You don't like fight week. If you got to cut weight like that, you should be in the tub. People know what I'm talking about with the tub that know anything, right? But when you're out there running, if you are out there running the week of the fight, that's strenuous running, what he was doing. That's not treadmill running. Because like if you cover fights and you be around it, you might see the guys like in the hotel gym, on the treadmill, shaking down like that. But he was out there and on Mount Charleston, like bro he was on some different type of time, man. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I can remember texting some people and talking with some people about that. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And some of the people I was talking to, they're pro Spence guys. I knew they was done because they was in denial. You know what I'm saying? They was in denial. I was like, nah, bro, he's in trouble. I was like, he's in trouble. And I was like, why are they even releasing it? That's how you know, like, a lot of the people that's around him, that's involved with his career, they're idiots, respectfully. Because they was putting that out. And a lot of his fans that are programmed, they're idiots. Because they don't have no high boxing IQs. Because they was like, when he was dropping those videos, I remember the first one dropped. And he came around looking like my man, the dude that does the motivational speaking. He came around and he looked as so weak and just worn out. He looked like the devil was on his shoulders. And I remember a lot of the Pro Spence channel content creators, yeah, they was running with that, like, yo, he's leaving no stone unturned. And I was like, what? I was like, look what day it is. Yeah, you, you guys are proud of this? Look what day it is. Like, why is he out there like this? They was proud. It was like he's leaving no stone unturned. Earl is ready. I was like, okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, if you say so. No, he's not ready. And now when the fight plays out, he was dehydrated. You see my young boys in the gym, I be clowning them. It was like, no, he wasn't himself. He was dehydrated. No, he was himself. He was who he's been for his majority of his career, not taking it serious, thinking that he could just get by. Shortcuts. No accountability. Yeah, yeah. Look, oh, my girl is ready to go now. You got her ready. You got her ready. She's ready. There we go. There we go. That's my God. Hey, all right, all right, cool, cool. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, she's almost ready. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Dougie Fresh shirt on. Yeah, get out this yard, man. I can't sit in the yard, man. Yeah, the yard feels like detention. You heard? When you're in the yard, it feels like detention. It feels like I'm in detention right now. You heard? Like, yo, go to the principal's office. You know what I like about these trucks, right? My phone was about to die, but I can come plug it up. Cause these joints don't have the 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 batteries are so strong that they don't have to be plugged in. They don't have to be plugged in to charge your joint. But yeah, Jamel Charlo's gonna get broken up, bro. I don't see him doing anything that cause I've been studying him, right? I always knew like, but I like I said, all of his knockouts, the last couple of knockouts, most of his devastating knockouts always come late in fights. Other than Erickson Lubin, the fight that I was at, but Erickson Lubin is no Canelo Alvarez. When he clipped Erickson Lubin like that, Erickson Lubin was green. He was rushed. He wasn't ready for that stage. And Charlo did what he was supposed to do, took him out. He did like a borderline amateur type of move off of a feint and left his face wide open, and Charlo capitalized on him. But I don't see him doing that to Canelo. And one thing about Canelo's team, Eddie Reynoso, and the other guy, I can't think of his name right now, the older guy, they study, bro. They study. They are picking up on Charlo's flaws. Oh, he's bending my shit up. Okay. Oh, he put the chain on it, man. And by the time they let me out, it's gonna be break time, man. A lot of guys is getting their license, man. I like that, man. You know, that means we all gonna move up, man. Then I get my pickup, man. he's hooking it up for real. Look, that's my boy. See, so yo, some of the mechanics in here is like grade A. Other ones, they're like, you gotta, they're haters, bro. But the guy that's working on my joint now, that's my guy. He's mad cool. Whenever he's on deck, you can go in there. He'll give you anything or do something for you real quick. He's one of the cool dudes. I remember when I was like a driver, I could always go to him. If something wasn't sounding right on my truck or something, I'd be like, yo, that's who's working on the sweeper right now. The other dudes, they be like, yo, you gotta see George. I'm like, for what, man? You just can't look at my shit real quick, man. You know? Yeah, see, he hooked it up, man. He hooked it up. Let me make sure I got my map, man. I'm in here running my mouth. I don't know if I got. Here go my map. Yo, that's the next poll. Yo, look, the next poll I'm about to do. This is gonna show you how a lot of guys that's on my that are my listeners, right? They are pro Spence people, right? I'm gonna do the poll. Should Derrick James be fired? Real talk. Should he be fired, man? Like I said, dead ass. Should he be fired, bro? Right? Should somebody be fired? What do y'all think about that? Should somebody be fired? Because that was EJ's biggest fight, man. Right? To date, man. And that was his worst performance. So should somebody be fired, man? Real talk, man. Let's be real, man. Be real, bro. You gotta like that. That's the problem. When we talk boxing, a lot of us don't be real with it, man. Should somebody be fired? Mainly Derrick James. You know what I'm saying? Mainly Derrick James, man. Like they got instead of all these damn excuses as to why he didn't perform, dehydrated. Somebody needs to be fired for that, right? Right? Doesn't somebody need to be fired for that? Real talk, man. Good? Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. I'm out of here, y'all. We out. Let's get down. Let's get down. Can I get down? Get on down. Can I get down? Get on down. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm going to get breakfast, man. It's breakfast time. Nah, I might do like 2 streets. Do a couple of streets, then go get breakfast. And see that I don't like doing this 1 or 2 streets. I like knocking out a whole section. Oh yeah, my girl is purring. He done lifted her up in the back. Oh yeah, she looking real good right now. She looking real good. She looking real good. You hear her, right? You hear her, right? Man, she looking real good. Y'all done came a long way. That air is percolating in here. Yo, when I was first in the field out here, we didn't have no AC in these trucks, man. These guys nowadays are spoiled, man. All these trucks got air conditioned. They got hot boxes that dump. I didn't have none of that shit, man. All right, let's see what we got going on. Let's rev her up. There we go there. See? Even though I didn't start her up, right? I had to get her going. And now I would have went out there. I just did everything over again. Just to be on the safe side. Even though I know he just worked on it. But I didn't want to get out there, right? Can I get down? Get on down. Yeah, that's my next poll I'm gonna do. When I shut this live down, that's the poll I'm gonna do. Should Derrick James be fired? Word. Somebody needs to be fired, bro. There is no accountability. Like, man, that was like a complete fuck up, bro. It was a fuck up, man. But nobody wants to like just. It's like you know how you know it was a fuck up all around the board. And I'm gonna say this respectfully. You guys are interviewing Blu-ray. Blu-ray wasn't even on the team, but for y'all to be interviewing Blu-ray and talking about, oh, he was this, he was depleted, he was that. Nah, somebody needs to be fired for that, then, right? Who needs to be fired? Who wasn't on their assignments? Who? Who? Right? Real talk. Who didn't do their job? Somebody obviously didn't do their job, man. We're talking about, right? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about bringing Blu-ray back on. So if we bring Blu-ray back on, right? Who needs to be fired? Who didn't do their job? Melvin Sanders. So we're gonna make Melvin Sanders the fourth guy, right? He was a strength and conditioning coach. So Melvin Sanders should be fired, right? All right. But what about the other coaches? Real talk. What about the other coaches? You know? So Melvin is the fourth guy. You know? Bring Blu-ray back in. But what about the other coach? What about Derek? Did you guys watch the fight? What about Derek? Tell him to make him feel good. How? How is he supposed to make him feel? You didn't tell him how. So should Derek James be fired? You didn't say how make him feel. The only thing that I did hear you tell him, right, that was borderline, great instructions was you're standing in front of him. Use your legs. Use lateral movement. But does he do that, though, Derek? We don't see you doing that with him. I think he was kind of confused when you was telling him that, man, to be honest. Because when you guys do your media workout, you're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? You're not like going to the other corner, right? And you hear Bomac, right? The one that you said was fat and slow, and a lot of you content creators did content on it. You were saying that Bomac being out of shape and Derek running and being lean and trim, he was going to be able to give his fighters more. We see who the bigger, more overweight guy with the bigger stomach was able to give his fighter more because he told him proper instruction that he was able to go out there and perform. Like when he said, this guy is slow as shit. Counter the jab over the top. He said that after the first round. The second round, Terrence went out there and did that. And dropped him. Dropped him with the instructions that he was given. And then I believe it was maybe the fourth or fifth round. He said, all right, turn the jab over into the hook, which is the Omaha jump hook. And we started seeing that. So the more out of shape, overweight guy that a lot of you guys did content for that wasn't going to be able to prepare his fighter because he was fat and overweight and he couldn't run. He was driving in the truck while Terrence was running. Wasn't going to be able to prepare him, but it didn't go down that way. Now we look at the more slender, more physically fit coach. He's in the corner in between rounds when he got dropped. I believe he asked him, what did he say to him? He said, were you off balance? You all right? Were you off balance? What? You see what happened? He wasn't off balance. He threw a lunging shot, reaching shot, lunging, reaching, that he was reaching and left himself open and was countered over the top. Y'all catching the sauce today? No. Yeah, I'm gonna assess the area. I don't think I'm gonna start, man. I'm gonna assess it. This road is nice. But I have West Haven. The Havens is rough, man. A lot of sycamores over here. Under the sycamore tree. I don't know what I do. All right. Landscapers is over there. I definitely hit that block right there when they clear out. They be blowing all their grass clippings and shit in the road. I don't like that shit. I know this road over here, yeah, see? This road over here is always fucked up. Roads be fucked up, man. These roads be fucked up, man. Yeah, always heavy. Heavy duty over here, y'all. Heavy. Heavy duty. Heavy duty. But listen, y'all, I'm gonna get my day started. Appreciate y'all that was over here rocking with me. I'm about to water this machine up. Check out some other content creators that I rock with. But yes, I'm gonna put the poll up, man. Feel free to answer, man. Should Derrick James be fired? I know a lot of y'all gonna say no, because like I said, you guys are fans. But at the end of the day, this is business, never personal. If you do not perform the task, sometimes you do need to be reevaluated. It's just like right now, I was given an area, right? And let me show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all. I want y'all to see this because I want y'all to catch this source. Now look, you see the area I am in? Look. Now I am over here to sweep this road, sweep this section up. You see the debris from the sycamore trees. Now, if I do not do the assignment, right? And I go back in this evening, I'm out here now. I do not complete the assignment. And they assess me and say, man, Shalom, you was on such and such area, this street, that street. I rode over there. The debris is all over the road. Should I be reprimanded for that? Should I be fired? Should I be disciplined? Yes. So why shouldn't there be some type of disciplinary reprimanding actions for this? Hopefully you guys caught this source and enjoyed it. Definitely, check out the poll, man. And if you guys don't think I'm an expert at boxing and footwork and different strategies, that's cool. That's cool. But I want you to see foot placement. Watch the foot placement here in the southpaw stance. Yes, you know the vibes. I holla.
Backpack killer, Sam, school you. yeah. Work, Chris, work, body. Nice, good body shot. Body shot, Chris. Good body shot.
It only takes for you to win once. You could lose 10 years in a row and you hit that right jug. Bam! That shit changed the goddamn game. And guess what? They gonna bow down. So I don't care how rough it's been on you, all you gotta do is hit once. Pull off that one thing in the back of your mind, you pull that off, and guess what? They gon', oh, he a born winner. He did.
Yeah, yeah.